Hello everybody, Ivan Orsic with Trouts Fly Fishing, back with your bi-weekly fishing report and forecast. Again, in for Dave. Now, this time, it's because he's on the Gunnison fishing, and I'm here in Denver, not fishing. So that's a win for Dave, a loss for me. I'll take it, is what it is. Anyways, the last couple weeks have been really good spring fishing, classic spring fishing in terms of bugs. We've had some really good blue-wing olive days. On top, obviously nymphing with blue-wing olive has been super effective as well. Midges have also been present, especially on the home waters and on the South Platte. In terms of what to expect for the next couple of weeks, it's starting to warm up. I looked at the forecast up in the mountains. Temperatures are going to start around the low 50s, high 40s, and rise up into the low 60s by the end of the next 2 weeks. We are going to see some rainy days in there, some cloud cover, so I would expect blue-wing olives to still be really productive. And we are seeing our first caddis on the Arkansas. So Mother's Day is coming up. It is no surprise that that bug is going to be present on the Arkansas. In terms of flows, on the tailwaters, we've seen some small drops, but that hasn't affected fishing in a negative way. It's difficult to forecast what you'll see on the tailwaters, but these lower flows aren't keeping those fish down. They're eating up top. They're not super spooky. I was up on deckers yesterday, and fish were literally rising 3 feet away from me. It was harder to cast to them than it was to reach out and grab them, which is pretty crazy. We were seeing those blue-wing olives come off midday. It was a sunny day. Obviously, those cloudy days, it's going to be even more prolific in terms of the hatch. So continue to look for those cloudy days for good dry fly fishing. Otherwise, stick with the classics when you're nymphing. RS2s, obviously, have to include that every time. Big juju betas, don't be afraid to size up a little bit. Size 16 has been effective for us on the South Platte. Otherwise, stall cups betas, green midges, that sort of stuff has been always effective. I had a good day last week up on the decker section. Brassies were the ticket, so don't be afraid to try some of the classics, and be super effective on the South Platte. So in terms of flies for tailwaters, for those dry flies, Griffith's gnat's always super effective. Small parachutes, Adams will also get the job done. Don't be afraid to cut off some hackle though. Make your fly a little sparser. The later on you get in the hatch, the pickier they'll get. Also, throw in a loop-wing emerger or an RS2 or a midge off the back as an emerger will get the job done when your presentation is right. Stones, we haven't seen any big bumps and flows. We certainly got some extra snow up in the high country, especially in the Colorado, North Platte, and South Platte basins. When we see warm-ups, I would expect some small bumps in flow, maybe add a little color to the water. That's the perfect time to throw streamers. Otherwise, if you have good clarity, I would expect caddis nymphs to start being effective, and I wouldn't be surprised if you start seeing some caddis up top and some fish with guide's choice hare's ear, pretty bird. One of my favorite flies though on the Arkansas is that hotspot sizzling squirrel. It's a go-to for sure. We just got a bunch of umpqua flies in, so we're restocked for your spring fishing. Come down and see us at the shop. We look forward to seeing you on the water.